We are live. We are live. I'm going to wait for some people to hop in the live and then I'm going to get started. I want to do a live reading and see what's going on, but a personal. So I'm going to pick from just whatever energy is the strongest, whatever energy is the most important right now. I want to pick out that energy and see what comes through, right? So if you're watching this in real time, leave a like. If you're watching this on the playback, leave a like, leave a comment. Let's see. Let's see. What is the strongest energy out there? Tell me what needs to be told, what needs to be expressed, what needs to be said. I'm going to wait a little bit here for some more people to hop in the room. So while that's going, give me 1 second here, y'all. Hi, Empress Diamond. Hi, Profile. Let's see here. Let's see if I can do this. Okay. I'm gonna drop my booking link in the comment section. If you would like to book a personal reading, of course you don't have to, but if you want to, if you feel compelled, if you feel called, I'm gonna pin it. Let's see, pin message. There we go. All right, cool. So we got that going. We got 23 y'all here. Hey, hopefully y'all are doing good and y'all are doing okay. Nikia Robinson, Mary Jo. So if you're just hopping in, get comfortable. I just started. But what I want to do is like a personal reading, even though all of you guys are here, but I just want to pick the energy that is the most compelling, that's just the most significant at this moment. Whoever is needing that message, I want to be able to provide that. Y'all forgive me a little bit here, though the window is open, so y'all may hear the outside noise. But let's see. Let's get into it, right? I don't want to keep y'all waiting too long. If you're here, hit that like button. It helps your girl out a lot. It definitely does. If you're on the playback, hit that like button, leave a comment. You know, I ain't trying to panhandle y'all, but y'all can leave a little like now. All right. So let's see. What's up? What is it? Rude Gal. Hey, Rude Gal. Shamika. Okay. All right, Spirit, let me know. Okay. Ooh. Right out the gate. Let's see what we got here. We got the Page of Cups in the reverse. 6 of Wands in the reverse. 8 of Wands in the reverse. And the King of Swords. If you haven't dealt with this, this feels like it's upcoming. It's like having your hopes up for something, feeling like, okay, well, I hope this works out for me. I pray that this works out for me. And then getting that letter, getting that notice, getting that phone call where either something is going to be delayed, it's not happening in the time frame you want. You may not get that victory or that yes that you're looking for. But whoever's presenting this information is coming across very cold cut. It's like by the book. It's not a you thing, so don't take it personally. It almost feels based off regulation or based off rules or based off how things are supposed to go. Something delays what your heart felt tied to or hopeful for. But I don't feel like it's something that crushes you or breaks your spirit. It's just like, damn, I wish that would have worked out, or damn, I wish I would have got approved, or damn, I wish this would have happened in the time frame that I was praying for. So I want to see, what is this about? What is this energy about? What is this energy about? What is this about? Tell me more. The Moon in the reverse. The 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. This is like something that you were depending on. If it's not an actual situation or circumstance, this could be somebody you were depending on that ends up saying that they can't be there for you or they can't show up for you. And maybe we were hopeful that they would, but they end up saying reasons that you can't really refute, but it's still disappointing that they can't show up like you thought they would, or like how they made it seem like they would. But why is this happening? Why is this happening? Why is this happening? So again, if this is not your right now, this feels like it's coming up. But why? The Star. The King of Cups. I'm getting the phrase, excuse my language, I don't mean to talk foul, but I'm getting that phrase, think bigger, bitch. That's the best way I can put it. But let's cut out the B word, right? Just think bigger. I hate, I don't want to be 3 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Okay, I don't want to be one of those people, but I feel like I have to be one of those people right now. I hate being cliche of like, oh, what is your rejection is just clearing space for something that is much better. But I can't deny, this is one of those things you're going to feel very grateful for. And I mean truly grateful for. You know what? I thought I could rely on this person, but thank God, thank Spirit showed me that I couldn't. Or I thought this was going to come in for me. I thought I was going to get that job. I thought I was going to get that approval letter and I didn't get it, or it's delayed. But thank God that it didn't happen when it's supposed to happen, because now something else is coming in, or something much greater happens for me. Or if that would have played out during that time frame, things may have not played out to the extent of what I thought it would have. It's almost like it's not even a blessing in disguise, because I don't think this is, whatever this is hidden. I don't think whatever that comes out on the other side of this that's really beneficial for you is something that is in secret. It feels like, let's say for an example, you get rejected for a job, another job comes in that either has better pay or better work hours or better obligations. It's like, what it is that you were desiring or hoping for or being hopeful for, and it doesn't come through. That thing is now expounded upon times 10. You get something way better in a different sector, in a different area, or with a different person. So if it's not a situation, and this does involve another person that you're dealing with, it's like, thank God that this person showed me their true colors, or thank God this person started becoming inconsistent and not putting me at the forefront, or not showing me that they really wanted me, because look at what just stumbled into my life. Look at who I just met. Look at the person who really shows me that they actually care about me. Now this person becomes the new staple of how I should be treated. And thank goodness it didn't work out with that person, because I would have got breadcrumbs. I would have settled. That's what it feels like. That's what it comes down to. It's like, thank God this ain't happened, because if I would have accepted it, or if they would have said yes on that, I would have settled. And I did not know. I didn't know on the other side of me settling was what I wanted, but much more substantial. You're being forced, you're being put in a position of, in the Hierophant, you're being forced to wait, whether this is for a commitment romantically, or this is for an opportunity. Carpe diem, seize the day. Why am I getting this? I want to see, because I'm starting to go into that energy. Why am I getting this Carpe Diem vibe? The Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Carpe Diem. I'm getting honeysuckle, golds, melons. I can't pronounce the name of it, so I know y'all gonna get me together. Ayahuasca. I know they have it in like supplements, because I'm thinking of like herbal remedies, and I know they have them in supplements. I think ayahuasca is like actual mushroom. But I think about its healing properties, but also how it expands the mental capacity, allows you to see, kind of almost like a psychedelic a little bit here. It's like I see your perspective stretching. I see your perspective growing. It's like through the situation that didn't play out, but something that actually does play out. It's like, whoa, now you're able to see the picture in a larger view. You're able to see the fuller picture in a deeper capacity. It doesn't feel like life is happening to you. It feels like life is happening for you. But in the moment or in the time frame of getting this rejection, whether it is romantically or through a job, an opportunity, what you are being spared from, which would be you settling, and I don't think you're looking at it as settling because you are wanting this. So it's like what we want for ourselves, the universe has something much greater planned for us that we can't even fathom. And that fathom part that you're going to be able to see once this comes in is like, whoa, I didn't know this was going to happen to me. I didn't think this was going to happen to me. That little girl, that little boy inside of you, your childhood, because we got the Six of Cups here, but that aside, that youth, that child within you, they're going to be thanking you. The little version of you that we always carry with us as we age, it never goes away. They never leave our side. It's us. That's where my personal belief, where our deepest secrets are held, is with the younger versions of ourselves within ourselves. They're going to be thanking you. They're going to be thanking you that we no longer get excited for half-assed, or we no longer get excited for breadcrumbs. We no longer get excited for subpar, that we're willing to hold out and wait, that we're willing to get the best for ourselves and get the best for the little version of us who wants it for us. So what is this Ace of Pentacles? What is this? Lower. Two of Swords. Five of Pentacles in the reverse. What's the, now I'm getting share. I can't think of the name of the song, but I know she goes, do you believe in life after love? You've accomplished a lot, whoever this is, and I don't care to what magnitude. You have truly accomplished a lot for yourself, even relative in comparison to others. You truly have accomplished a lot, but what you've accomplished and what you've gone through, I don't know if you felt like, okay, is this it for me? Have I hit a ceiling? You know, I've touched certain milestones. I've done certain things for myself. Even if it's just you getting out of one environment to getting into a better environment, whether it's you going from one tax bracket to another tax bracket, whether it's you dealing with a certain type of partner to no longer dealing with those types of partners. It's like you yourself no longer allows yourself to deal with certain things you have achieved, even if it's just in that plight, in that circle. But I get this feeling of, well, what else? What else? It's like you are the type of person, when you accomplish things, it's hard for you to congratulate yourself, or it's hard for you to celebrate. It's like, okay, I'm on to the next thing. Okay, I got that done. I'm on to the next thing. I got this handled, or I got this achievement, or I did this thing. Okay, what's on to the next? This takes me back to the energy that I'm talking about of what does not pan out for you in this moment, whether it's a partnership or it's an external opportunity. Our mind is already like, okay, you know what? I'm not going to let this make me feel defeated, even though this is something that I wanted. But what's next? You keep going. You don't give yourself time to give yourself grace. You don't give yourself time to give yourself thankfulness and praise, because it's, okay, I got to keep going. And now you may feel like whether it's right now or whether you're getting ready to hit this point, you may feel like you're hitting a point where it's like, okay, well, what's next? But you can't, and that what's next mentality is preventing you from seeing this Ace of Pentacles, because it's not something that you can strategize, formulate, or predict. No transit, no astrology reading, any of that is going to be able to tell you how this is going to come out and how this is going to play out for you, because it's the reality of it. It's much more greater than what you can think. It's unfathomable. What is this about? What is this? I want to see what is on the other side of this. Is this love? Is this money? Is this networking and opportunities? What is this Ace of Pentacles about? the Four of Swords, Ace of Wands in the reverse, and last one, Ace of Cups. Wow. Tell me about this Ace of Cups really quick. I just gotta be a little nosy. The King of Wands in the reverse. I think a little part of you is depleted. I think a little part of you is just a little depleted because of that constant get up and go. I gotta keep going. I gotta keep moving. I gotta keep pushing. If I don't do it, who else will? If I don't get this done, who's gonna handle it? You know, I've accomplished this. I've accomplished that. Okay, what's next? What's next? It's that hunger. You despite when you get kicked down or you get your back kicked in, it's like you got that hunger that just doesn't leave, that doesn't go away. Even when you want it to go away, you want to give yourself a break. You want to be able to take a moment and just decompress. It's like how you are psychologically wired. You can't let go of that rhythm of, I got to get up and do, or I got to make shit happen, or I got to make something work out for me. Even when it comes to your relationships, there's like this depleted thing. So maybe you've gone through things, you gave your time, you gave your service to your partnerships and have felt depleted from the experiences that you've had. No, it hasn't burnt out the fire of you wanting love and truly desiring that, but it does make the process of getting there taxing because of what you've gone through. So I see a bit of depletion in your energy, but not in your spirit, if that makes sense, you know? So through this Ace of Pentacles, I think wow. If I'm gonna narrow it down, if I'm feeling on just a specific energy, which is the purpose of this reading, I feel your essence, and your essence being loved for who you truly are. The things about yourself that you may dislike, that you may feel like is a character flaw, even that, you know, we can accomplish and go out in the world and do what we need to do, but I'm not giving myself those moments or breaks to really decompress and thank myself for accomplishing what we've accomplished. It's like there's an energy here that wants to do that for you, that sees that you have been depleted, that sees that you have been carrying it on your own, that sees that you've tried to set yourself up and be strategic and align opportunities, whether it's finances, work, career, family, your own personal life. They've seen, and if they aren't in your life, they will be, right? So keep in mind, they have seen or they will see those things. And it's just like they can see how much you try and how much you try, and they can see you need a rest, but you don't give yourself a rest because you're always on to the next thing. And this is somebody that wants to be able to take that burden off your back and give you some rest. Give you an opportunity to breathe, give you an opportunity to decompress, give you an opportunity where your nervous system doesn't have to be on alert, give you an opportunity where your nervous system doesn't have to be on guard, where you can feel secure, you can feel grounded. You don't have to worry about somebody's loyalty. You don't have to worry about dishonesty. You don't have to worry about if you are the only one or if there's 3 other people. You don't have to worry about if they're going to stay with you or go get that divorce or go break up with that person. You don't have to worry if you two are in alignment because it's going to be shown. You won't have to stay in the season of confusion because this person is going to bring you clarity. But they see you being depleted. So if I kind of backtrack a little bit, going back to how I started off this reading, talking about something that we had emotional ties to that we wanted, right? Maybe it's something that we had an idea spark, you know, let's apply for that job, or I want to start this business, or, you know, maybe romantically we had hopes for a person, and then you end up finding out that either it's delayed, it's not happening, or there's a severing of those ties. It does leave you, again, not your spirit, but your energy a bit depleted, because this may feels like, okay, another time of this or another period of going through that. This person doesn't want you to have to go through that no more. At a certain point, it's like, Leo, how much can you take? How much can you bear? And I think they want to take that off of you. So let me use a different deck. This is my Messy Tarot deck. Just got off Amazon on Prime Day. So I want to see what was this person dealing with, right? When it comes to Leo, what was Leo dealing with previously? Ooh, I don't mean to make this a long reading, y'all. I'm sorry. What was Leo previously dealing with when it comes to matters of the heart? Ooh, I choose me. Self-love, emotional maturity, and clean break. What's on the bottom? Toxic ties. So you've had your fair share. You've had your fair share of go-arounds with toxic ties, toxic exes, toxic dating situations, situationships, all of the entanglements, whatever you can think of, right? But I'm asking, what has Leo been dealing with, right? Whoever specific energy that I'm talking to. And despite dealing with toxic ties, you know when to get out. When you start to see the flags, you're not saying, okay, they're pink, maybe they're a little off red. You see them and you choose you. And you've been choosing you. And I think that's why in this season of whatever that is that doesn't really play out in the way that we would like, you're not distraught about it because you're choosing you, and you are always going to choose you. And even in this situation, even if this new thing doesn't pan out well, you have built such a self-resilience within yourself that you will still choose you even if it doesn't play out. So I like this a lot for you. So let's get some, oh yeah, 20 minutes. Hold on now. So I know we are in mid-October. So where's this energy going to lead this person throughout October, November, going into December, right? So I just want to look out a little bit further. So where's this energy going to lead? There you go. We got strength in the reverse. Where's this energy going to lead, Leo, as the months go through? We have Magician in the reverse. We got the Devil in the reverse. May I have one more? We got the Nine of Wands. I want to see, why is this Nine of Wands here? The World in the reverse. Eight of Cups in the reverse on the bottom of the deck. If y'all don't mind if I keep it real with y'all for a second, just one moment. This is one of those, you can't break somebody out of a way of thinking or consciousness until not only they're ready to, but enough time has passed to show them that there is no danger. And that's what I'm looking at, because you got two scenarios going on here for you as we move through the next couple of months. On one hand, you are being given the space to let down your guards, to not feel like you got to go and handle everything on your own and try to make something out of nothing. It feels like you do have support, right? You're going to have support in some way besides you, allowing you to be able to breathe and not have to carry it all on your own. You are going to have that. But the other side of that is that natural subconscious defense mechanism that says, don't let my guard down for too long because you never know. That takes me back to that I choose me energy, because you've seen a lot and you've been through a lot, and nobody can take that away from you. But a lot of times when we've gone through a lot, it creates, if you will, psychological trauma that's stored in our subconscious. So when I'm seeing this, it's like the in real time version of you. It's like, okay, I know I got the support to relax and let down my guards. I don't have to be strong all the time. I don't have to carry it all alone. But I remember when either I had this same situation set up and I ended up having to be disappointed, or I had to carry it on my own, or, you know, what if something does, it's like you've preserved yourself so much. You made sure that you've protected yourself so much that it's hard to truly, and I mean truly, let down that barrier of I can feel safe and be soft and not feel like I have to hold on or manage everything, or not feel like I have to be guarded. That I don't have the Two of Swords here. I don't have the Two of Pentacles here, but I feel a person being of two minds, where they know in their real time that it's okay to breathe and decompress, that it's okay to give thanks to oneself for the accomplishments that they've had, or that they have somebody now in their life that's willing and wanting to help them out or pick up the slack. But then there's still that you can't unerase your experiences. You can't undo what you've been through. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you, oh, you need to heal, you need to go do shadow work, because in real time, real life, it don't work like that. Trauma really is imprinted into the psyche. And those experiences, especially with the toxic ties that we had here on the bottom of the deck, that just don't go away through journaling and meditation. That's just real, you know. Sometimes it can take years, you know, a long time to really process. And even still, you learn how to live with it. It doesn't necessarily go away. So I think because in this time frame, we're talking late October going into December, it's still a relatively short time frame. I don't expect your guard, your walls, your Nine of Wands to be down. I don't expect that. I think that's too soon, especially given what you've been through. But I just hope you don't push support away, because that may be a habit here. When people are wanting to show up for you, or are wanting to do for you, or wanting to show and prove to you, like, hey, you got somebody, you got family, you got a partner now, you have friends now, you have a good work team now. There's still that instance where you don't want a person to get too close. You know, you don't want a person too close in your space. It's still like you keep that air or level of detachment to you, even though you're going to be shown that you don't have to do that. And that's something in real time that I can't really tell you how to work through that with cards. You know, that's between you and spirit, you and therapy, however you go about it. It's just what is. And we all got to deal with stuff like that. Let me see if I get some any advice. Can I get some advice here? We got the Page of Wands. I love it. Knight of Cups on the bottom. I love it. I love it. This is so cute. Because you know what, God damn it. If you got to take it one day at a time, and I mean truly one day at a time, with this person that you're dealing with the scenario that you're dealing with, that's all you can ask for. That's all you can get. This is like setting realistic expectations. Just because somebody comes into your life and they're willing to take some of that burden off your back, doesn't mean that you have to completely remove your guard. But it's saying per day, as you show up and as they show up, you just take it for the 24 hours that it is. And as time goes on, your heart is going to soften. That Knight of Cups is on the bottom for a reason. As time moves on, you're going to find new inspiration and new light and a new freeing feeling versus the weight of your baggage, the weight of what you've been through. You're going to start to see the scales tip and change a little bit here. But it's only done one day at a time. So just because a person comes in, Spirit is saying to you, don't expect yourself to give all of yourself to this person. It's okay if you got to do it in increments. It's okay if people are wanting to be there and you're not comfortable yet, you're not used to it yet, you're not used to having that support, and now you're receiving it. It's okay to take it in doses. You don't have to take all of it at once. You get to set the boundaries with that. But I think the more you continue to see this person or these people show up for you, the more you do feel at ease. The more you are going to soften out of that Nine of Wands energy and more into the heart space, you know? So, I hope that makes sense. Ooh, it's a 30-minute reading. Hold on. I was not planning to go that long. I'm still in a good mood, though. I kind of want to keep going. Y'all want me to keep going? Should I do another reading? Give y'all 2-for-1 special. Y'all want a 2-for-1? Save it? I will. I'll save it, please. I was about to repeat what you said. I'll save it. But whoever that reading was for, hopefully it connected. Hopefully it resonated really good with you. Maybe I'll do another. You want me? Y'all keep going. We got some keep goings. You know, I'm checking out. I got y'all on the phone here, and I got y'all on my computer over here. So I'm looking. Keep going. All right. Keep it. We got 94. Can y'all hit that like button? I ain't trying to panhandle. All right. I'm not trying to Umar, what's his name? Dr. Umar. I ain't trying to do y'all like that, but can I get some likes? Please. I don't be asking y'all for them. Can I get some likes? You know, spam that like. Leave some comments. Yeah, spam me up. If I gotta get my little pen and start. Can I get a like? Can I get a like? Alright. What should I do? What should I do? I'm trying to think. I got my cards here, y'all. I'm thinking of doing another personal. Just whatever energy comes out. But maybe if y'all got a topic y'all want me to do, y'all let me know. I'm here. I'm chilling. I got my phone on the charger, so I got time. Y'all let me know. Wipe your virtual feet. Yep. Yep, support. Thank you, love wins. Hey, Paulette. Hey, Dean. Hey, hope you're doing good. Whatever your heart feels. All right, I'm going to do a quick, just intermittent reading. And then I'm going to do another large reading. So I'm going to pick a card. I'm going to pull a card. Yes or no style. So I'll give y'all a few moments to think of a question. It could be any question you got. And then I'm going to pull a card for yes or no. And then I'm going to get back into another big reading. So take a moment, whatever it is that's on your mind, you want to know. Yes, is this going to happen? No, is this going to happen? Maybe, will this pan out? Whatever you think it is. Think of that question. And then I'm going to pull here for you. All right, last shuffle. Again, think of a yes or no question that's on your mind, that's burning in your spirit. Whatever you got on your mind, let me know. Let's see. Yes or no for the collective watching this live, for their question. Ooh. Now I'm thinking. See, now I start overthinking. So I'm like, maybe should I do piles? Should I do maybe 3 piles? Pull a card for 3 piles, and if you pick pile 1, 2, or 3. Ooh, hold on. I don't know. See, now I'm confusing myself. All right, let's see. I think I'm going to do it that way. 1, 2, or 3. So pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. Pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. And yes or no question. So if you got a question, yes or no style. So we got card 1, if you can see. Card 2, if you can see. And I'm not looking at them, so I don't know what they are. I'm pulling on real time. Card number 3. All right, we got 3 cards here. Yes or no. We got card 1, 2, 3. Yes or no. Yes or no. Let me know. So if you pick pile 1, let's see what we got here. We got the 6 of Earth. I would say yeah. If you pick number 1, I would say yeah. This is like even exchange, things needing to balance out. But it has to make sense. Something has to make sense. It has to be, for this to really be a full-on yes, it has to make sense on both ends. Whether it's for you, like it has to make sense with this and that situation. If this is dealing with somebody else, this is only going to be a yes if it makes sense for both of us, or if we both can be on the same page. Or if this is predictive, right? Will this happen? Yes, I think you'll have the resources. Something will come in that you need to be able to complete something. Money will balance out. So definitely a yes for number 1. So let's see number 2. We got here number 2. What is this? We got the 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands is a little tricky because it's like a contingency, right? It can be a yes, but it's like a but, you know, or asterisk. It's a yes, but do you want to have to deal with what comes with it? It's a yes, but do you want to have to carry the workload or feeling like you're on guard about something? It's yes, it can, but do you want to deal with what comes with this yes? So if you're wondering if it's a yes, it's a yes, but you're gonna have to deal with some things that you may not really want to, where it may be a little bit stressful, it may make you a little tired, you may feel a bit taxed or overstretched, you may feel a little bit on guard if you do proceed. You may feel like you have to fight to get that victory. So with this being a yes, yes, you will get there. Yes, you will have it. Yes, it will come together. Yes, things will play out. But you may have to, it reminds me of struggle love a little bit, right? Where, not saying that, you know, I agree with struggle love, but there are people who will deal with the worst to eventually get on the other side. That's this 9 of Wands. So it's like a contingent. All right, let's see number 3. We got the King of Wands in the reverse. King of Fire in the reverse. I'm going to say this is a no. And I'm only going to say it's a no. How do I put this? I would say it's a no. Because it's either on your end, either it's just, you don't, I don't want to say you don't care. But it's like, you know how somebody says, well, what's the point? Why even deal with that? Like, there's something that's not either motivating you, or something could be pissing you off about something where it's just like you don't want to deal with it. Or if this is somebody else towards you, this is like them being spiteful or being envious or being vengeful, or what's the word? It starts with an R, and I know y'all gonna get me in the comments. Not remorseful. Oh, I can't even think of the word, jeez. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going. But yeah, if this is having to do with somebody else, this would be a no because of them taking their own personal feelings, or resentment. That's the word I was looking for. Them taking their own personal feelings out on you, and it has nothing to do with you. Or if this is you, then this is like, yeah, either a situation is pissing you off or it will piss you off. So Spirit is saying no. Like, don't deal with that. Don't go back to that. You might want to leave that alone. If you do end up taking that on, you may end up not liking the outcome or the result of that thing. So proceed with caution. That's what that reminds me of. So I would say the first pile is a yes. The second pile is a yes with a contingency, right? You might have to deal with some things, but yes, it will happen. If you stand your ground, if you stick to the plan, if you stay course. Third would be a no. So let's see here. All right, enough of that. Just wanted to do a little intermittent spread, something quick to the point. All right, let's keep going. So let's get back into another main spread. Hey, Maya, Jackie. All right. Yeah, keep them likes. See, y'all gonna make, where my little panhandle? I need me a little panhandle something. What can I use? Anything in this drawer? Next time I get back on live, I'm gonna have me a little canister so I can start begging for some likes like Dr. Umar, because y'all need to give me some likes on this video. Like up the video. That's all I ask. It's free. It's free 99. Alright. Alright, it's free 99. We got 5 more lights to go. Let's see. Oh, we sure do. Hold on. Here we go. My panhandling purse. Drop some likes. Drop some likes in the comments. Drop some likes and some comments. Okay? I'm going to keep this to my side. When I see them likes start getting low, I'm going to start panhandling. Y'all got some spare change? If y'all got spare change, give me some spare likes. Please. Okay? My panhandling purse. All right. All right, I'm going to open up the energy. I'm going to do just another. Yeah, let's do another almost personal read. So whoever this is for, take the message. If it's not for y'all, you know, leave a message. So let's see. Also, too, I pinned my booking. So if you would like a personal reading, definitely click on like, what is this? Yeah. Click on the pin link at the top of the top chat. All right. Last shuffle. For the collective spirit guides, angels, ancestors, God that is out there watching, please give me a personal message for those who need it. Please give me a personal message for those who need it, for those out there in the collective. What do they need to know at this time? I'm getting that old song by Ja Rule and Ashanti, I'm Real. The way you talk, the way you, something, because I'm real. I'm just hearing that part because I'm real. And I can't go on without you. So some of y'all, somebody here, they pride themselves on, excuse my language again. I'm going to have to just come out and say it. Somebody prides themselves on being a real, a real ninja. That's the first thing that came to my head. But somebody in general, though, right? Let's make this more broad. Somebody is really priding themselves on keeping it real. It's that old Dave Chappelle skit where when keeping it real goes wrong, and it's like for you, whoever this is, it's like even in situations that may be uncomfortable for others or other people don't want to rock the boat, it's like you can't help but say what it is. You can't help but speak what's on your mind. Even if it makes other people uncomfortable, you don't care. It's like something in your spirit just doesn't allow you to be fake. Something in your soul doesn't allow you to be phony. And I think it attracts it does attract two different type of people, but I also think it attracts two different types of experiences. I think you have people and deal with experiences where people appreciate that because there's not a lot of authenticity in this world, but then it's also destabilizing to other people because they're not necessarily used to it. They would rather sleep and be sheep, if you get what I mean, versus hear the truth or hear somebody shaking the table with their honesty. And you're in the middle, like, I don't care, I just can't. It almost like if you were to keep in your truth and be fake and unauthentic, it would do more damage to you than getting the truth out. Okay. Tell me more. We got the Nine of Wands in the reverse. The King of... Ooh. Somebody got a mouthpiece on them. Whose energy is this? Somebody got a mouth... And I mean, when you go off, whoever this is, maybe it might not be verbal, right? Some people may not be the best with their verbal words. Maybe it's in writing. You know how to get somebody together over your writing or over text or journaling. Some of you, you know how to say it right out the mouthpiece. But, ooh, you don't want to mess with you. This is like, you know how to read somebody, you know how to shade somebody, you know how to get somebody together, you know how to tell somebody about themselves. Or if there is a situation that, again, you see either people being inauthentic or you have to speak your truth, you don't care if it hurts feelings because you feel justified in what you're saying because you're going to stick to your belief. You're not going to say it if you didn't believe how you feel and if you didn't feel like there was some form of validity to how you feel. But when you go off and when you say what you say, people better clear space. It's like a lion's roar. People better clear space. Ooh. Tell me more. Two of Swords. Okay. Why is this energy coming through? Ooh, I ain't gonna take all of them. Way too many. I'll show y'all though. Way too many. See, I know I ain't doing nothing wonky with the cards. Way too many fell out. I feel like though your mouth though here at times could have either created enemies, made people feel like they can't talk to you, made people feel like they can't approach you. Because it's like they don't know what version they're gonna get. It's like you keep it so real. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to boost your ego, but I'm really reading on the energy. It's like you keep it so real that sometimes the truth that you can say, people don't really want to hear it. It's like when somebody would rather be coddled with lies or coddled with sweet nothings, you're not built to do that. You know, so you may find at times people or certain people may not come to you about their problems, or they may feel uncomfortable speaking to you about certain things going on, not because they don't care about you or care about your opinion. I think it's just how you could be just so cutting with the truth that they're not really ready for that, whether it's at that moment or at that time. And it's like, damn, Leo, why you getting me together? I just wanted you to tell me it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be all right, but instead you laying it on me thick. And this may have you may see a tendency of others to either not open up or communicate or tell you certain things because of that. I don't necessarily think at times it's how you say it. I think it's just you care about people, or you care about getting the truth out, that even if it does make somebody uncomfortable, you can't be phony to yourself or that person by pacifying their feelings. Who is this? Why is this coming through? We got the Two of Pentacles. Page of Earth. I just realized I showed the Two of Pentacles to my laptop. We got the Two of Pentacles. We got the Page of Earth. Let's see. Tell me some more. Who? King of Cups. Why do I feel like you had to grow up fast? Three of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Okay, I think this is like a spiritual message, a deeper reading here. Because this feels like a person who had to grow up really fast. Maybe you saw a lot of adult activities for a young age that you shouldn't have been seeing, that you shouldn't have been around, that you shouldn't have been exposed to. Maybe you've had to endure certain situations that other people your age, other kids your age, other youths your age didn't have to go through. Because I get this strong energy of being mature. I get this strong energy of the reason why you speak your truth is because you've seen people maybe growing up not be honest, not keep it real, not speak their truths. And it's like refusing to be like those people, refusing to be silent when you see something going on, especially if you were exposed to a lot as a kid and you couldn't really do much because, again, you were a kid, and now as an adult, it's like, yeah, I'm not being silent. I might have been silenced as a kid, or I didn't have options when I was younger to be able to bring light to truth. But now as an adult, I refuse to. This is taking me back to what you've been exposed to. And I mean truly. Because you're an emotionally mature person in an environment or in a sea or around people who didn't have to go through the same level of early development that you had to. So you are able to handle deeper or maybe more complex things more easily in comparison to others. You're able to handle the truth. You're able to handle serious situations, maybe traumatic events, much better than other people because you were exposed to it. Whether it was in real time or maybe it's locked in your subconscious in some kind of way. Tell me more. The Queen of Wands. The Five of Cups. Yeah, it's like, dark days, hard times. Not trying to make this reading into the, taking it into the void. But I think this is kind of like a part of your origin story of why you are so unapologetically you. But why is this coming through? I guess that's what I'm trying to figure out. Why is this so important for me to convey to you? Because you already know you, right? I don't know you personally, but you know you. But why is this coming through for you to have an understanding with right now? Page of Wands, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and the Eight of Cups. This ain't for everybody, but somebody, I get the feeling that, again, even if this ain't for you, doesn't mean that the rest of the reading can't resonate. I get the feeling somebody had to raise themselves. Like somebody had to figure it out themselves. Even if they had parents in the household, those parents didn't teach that child, being you, like the fundamentals of something. It's like you had to go out in the real world and learn on your own or figure it out on your own. It's like you are missing pieces that were important to your development in your early childhood phases. So now as an adult, we had to teach that of ourselves. But in that process, not only did this potentially trigger our spiritual journey, or at least a portion of it, but it gave us the ability to be unapologetically truthful. Because we didn't learn, or we had to unlearn certain ways of what we were taught that didn't benefit us, certain mindsets that were imposed onto us that didn't help us, certain ways of our daily life that wasn't beneficial. Now having to change that, because as we got out into the real world, we see that what we were exposed to in the household or at home or growing up is not to our benefit but to our detriment. And that whole process of having to reparent one's, oh, where am I going with this? I get somebody having to reparent themselves as an adult because of what was lacked as a kid. And now people in your current day, right, 2025, let's bring it on back. People in your current day, either they love you or they don't know how to handle you. They love you or they feel disrupted by your energy. There's no in between here for you. But I think that's on purpose. The ones that are truly called to be disruptors, the ones that are truly called to be light bringers, they don't have a traditional path, they don't have a traditional upbringing, and they will stand out amongst others. And that's what this, who you are. You are standing out amongst others because you can't stay silent. You won't be blind to the BS. And you're going to call it out, even if it means calling it out on your friends, your family, your lovers, your partners, your kids, your co-workers. Do I think there's a form of tact that can be executed? Sure. But where's this leading? Where's this leading? The Queen of Swords in the reverse. I'm sorry if y'all can hear all that. I tried to close my window and I can't, it will not close, so I'm so sorry. We got the Star in the reverse. Where is this leading? Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Tell me about this Queen of Swords. If I'm going to put the cards aside for a second and just speak from what my spirit is saying. Now, I'll tell you what we got here. We got the Queen of Swords in the reverse, Star in the reverse, Four of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Five of Pentacles, right? And I can read that traditionally. But if I'm going to go with my gut is saying, It's like being given a roadmap to a life that you ain't asked for. And again, I'm not trying to make this sound bleak. Please, please, just rock with me for a second. Rock with me for a second. It's like being given a roadmap to a life that you didn't ask for. So why do you have to deal with the consequences of being given this map? Good, bad, or indifferent. You didn't ask to deal with certain things that you had to deal with. It was handed to you, right? Life may have happened to us. Don't get me wrong, we have choices, but life felt handed to you more than you being intentional about certain things that you had to experience, right? And it's like, damn if I do, damn if I don't. Feeling like you're constantly at that crux of damn if I do, damn if I don't. I show up and be myself. I show up and be me. I show up and say my truth. I get persecuted for it because y'all don't want to hear it. But then if I don't speak my truth, I feel like I swallow poison because now I have to sit that within me. I didn't ask to go through the things that shaped me into this type of person, to be unapologetically real. I didn't ask to go through certain difficulties or being exposed to things as young as my childhood, because I can get this going back to that, to then develop me into this type of man or woman that I am today. I didn't ask for this. I didn't plan for this, but here I am. And again, it feels like you're at that crux at times. It really does. And it's like you can feel like you're doing good by being honest and being real or keeping it truthful, but then it may backfire, right? You may not feel appreciated by your honesty. You may feel people take for granted your honesty, or again, shun you because you keeping it, again, too real. This feels much bigger than just you being very raw. I think your voice, again, if we put cards aside, I think your voice and your truth is not being utilized in the proper way. I don't think your voice and your truth is being utilized around the right type of people. I don't think your voice and your truth is being utilized in the right kind of rooms and in the right kind of environments. Your truth is too powerful for everyday folk. Your truth is too powerful for your coworker, the guy on the street, your homegirl. You have such a magnificent way of putting things into perspective in a honest way, in a very raw way, that your voice, your truth should be presented to those who are capable and able to comprehend what you're really saying. If I'm taking this out a little bit further, it's like knowing when to use your truth and knowing when not to use it. I don't know if you, I don't want to say I don't know. I'll put it this way. If you feel called, because that's what this feels like, if you feel called like being almost like a big fish in a little pond, meaning your truth is too much for other people to handle, that's because it is. And it feels like Spirit is wanting you to elevate your voice to people who can comprehend and people who can truly receive it. People who are searching for that unapologetic truth. People who are searching for somebody who could tell it to them real and raw. And whether you do this through a form of podcasting, whether you do this through a form of spiritual healing and helping others and being very real and raw, maybe you have intuitive gifts or abilities and you're able to cut straight to the source and to the root and tell people what it really is versus giving them this new age journal, meditate, yada yada. Whatever it may be, it's like Spirit is asking you so you don't feel stunted by your own truth. You don't feel like it's a blessing and a curse. Again, you don't personally care because you're going to speak your truth. But how you receive can become taxing. And if Spirit is asking you to expound on it, take your voice further. There are people, there are rooms, there are environments who will hear you and receive you as unapologetically truthful as you are. And that's where Spirit is wanting to align you. You ain't go through all you went through. You weren't exposed to everything that you were exposed to just to be sharing your truths with your coworkers and your home dudes and homegirls. The Spirit is asking you to utilize this. Can I get one? Let me just pull something really quick. I want to get one last thing. The Fool. Okay. I'm not saying it's your job to go out and speak the truth of the world. I'm not telling you to go and do that. But I think in the way that is best beneficial for you, whether you have an interest, whether you feel compelled by a certain topic or a certain, topic, or I can't think of it. Social cause, that's the word I'm looking for. Whether you feel compelled about spirituality and shadow work and getting to the heart of the matter, Spirit is saying take that chance and bet on using that voice to reach higher platforms and people who are willing and ready and wanting to get the kind of truth that only you can really bring, because everything you've gone through allowed you to morph into this person who ain't gonna hold back. You're just not gonna hold back. You're gonna say it how it is. You're gonna say it what it needs to be said, and that's it. Good, bad, or indifferent. But I think the people around you just are not capable of being able to hold that, which can become frustrating when you are showing up as you and being that person and people aren't receiving you the way that you want to be received, or only a fraction of people can receive you, but then other people misinterpret your words, you know? So I don't know. I hope this makes it. I don't really know what the purpose of this reading was, but I guess it's not for me to know because it's not for me. But I guess if you felt some way about your truth or speaking your truth or your voice or how other people receive you or even just the root of things, I guess this is for you. If that makes sense, you know? I just think you destabilize people. I truly think you, whoever this is, I think you destabilize people. I think you unnerve people. Not intentionally, but you know, if you're not comfortable with your shadows, if you're not comfortable with your truth, somebody putting a spotlight on those truths, just like roaches when the lights come on, they're gonna shimmy. So I don't know, you know, but I love the energy. Whoever that was, I love the energy, because you don't take no shit. You don't play around. And I would not want to get in a sparring match with you verbally. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I don't want them kind of problems. All right, let's see. Oh, I'm looking at the chat. Hey y'all, hey y'all. We got 99. Hey, I ain't got to bring out my panhandling purse. We got some likes going. But if you new and you ain't drop a like, drop a like. Drop a like. This my panhandling purse. Okay? Drop a like. Now every time I get on live, I'm going to have my panhandling purse. Like Dr. Umar Johnson. I'm going to have my panhandling purse. I'm going to start saying things 3 times, panhandling purse. I'm going to have my panhandling purse. I'm going to have my panhandling purse for some likes. You're on a roll. Hey, y'all. Starlight, Novella, Mary Jo, Katie. Sis Black. Yo Unique Healer, Jackie Miller. Daniel, well, a big part of it's a lot of people are part of the story going against me, so it's like, you got a special side to even know. Yep, sure do. Dang, I still kind of feel like I'm on a roll. I don't know if I want to cut off the camera now. I feel like I got energy for one more. Something. I gotta, you know what I mean? I need a little palate cleanser. I feel like I could do one more spread. I don't know if I want to do a long one, but I can at least do a little, you know what I mean? Let's see. Let's see. What should I do? Keep going? Oh, this is going to be a long playback if somebody want to come back and watch this. I wonder if I can cut this live up into, like, you know what I mean? Like a separate video or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll just keep it all as one. All right. 3 times saying do something for you. Hey. All right. I'm going to let y'all pick, because I did 2 almost personal readings. So I'm gonna let y'all pick. Give me a topic. Let me know. I can do your love. I ain't got my money cards here for career. I like to use my specific money cards. But you're gonna do love. Give me a general question, something. Something. Anything y'all got love? Okay, I can do love. Yo, Unique Healer said love. We can do that. Let me see. Alright, so we're doing love. Alright, now hold on. Because now when we see, and I start confusing myself. When we say love, singles, no contact. Give me a specific. What y'all want to know? This is for y'all. What y'all want to know? Singles, no contact. It's complicated. You know, whatever y'all got in the hat, throw it in the hat. Let me know. Let me see. What'd she say, Dean? You didn't answer my last question. Let me see. What was your last question, Dean? I go with y'all. Keep going. I don't see your last question, Dean. Okay. Singles, no contact. All right. We can do that. We could do that. All right. For the ones out there watching me in real time, for my folks here in the live chat, those out there watching me in real time, my singles, right, or no contact, my singles, and tell me what is getting ready to go on in their love life, right? My single as a Pringle folks, what is getting ready to go on in their love life? Let's see. Will you marry me was my last question. I didn't even see that. All right, Jackie. Not to be confused with We got the Hermit. So it's definitely been a dry spell. Dry season. Let's see a little bit more. What's going on and what's getting ready to go on. The Knight of Swords in the reverse. Damn. Excuse me, I gotta sneeze. Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck. It's been dry. And not just a little parched, this is dry. Like, no roster, no real options, maybe no dates. Like, you know, if you gotta handle business, you handling business with yourself. Like, I don't even know if you got like hookups or like people you call for the late night itch. This is just like me, myself, and I, and that's all I got. In the end, that's what I found out type of energy. So, whew, okay. Let's see, is anything coming in? No, I actually want to ask, hold on, before I see what's coming in, I want to see, why has there been this dry spell? Because this is really dry. This is abnormally like, all right, I done did my shadow work. I done did my healing. I done, you know, started putting myself in environments or doing things that I like or doing things for me, taking care of myself. You know, all the stuff that they tell you to do, you know, to attract love or aligning yourself with your highest vibration so that way the right person can meet you where you are. It's like, okay, I've been doing that for the sake of me and it's still dry. All right. So why is my top chat, all right, my live chat here, why have they been going through this really dry spell? What's been going on? 10 of Wands in reverse. Nine of Swords in the reverse. Or sorry, Nine of Swords upright. Let me show you. That's 10 of Wands in the reverse, 9 of Swords in the upright. Eight of Swords. 3. So you know how they can say you've been single and then you've been chronically single. Looking at this energy, it's like, okay, you didn't serve your time in the dating field, right? You didn't had your relationships or try to date. And I think the wear and tear mentally, emotionally, psychologically from dating or your relationships has really worn you out. But it's almost like being worn out past your expiration date. Give me a second. Let me cook here for a second. It's like being worn out past your expiration date. So it's just like when you become single and you're still dating, trying to meet people, whatever, but then that singlehood is prolonged, you become comfortable in that because you get used to doing your own routine, being in your own bubble, being in your own space. You get used to, handling your own sexual needs. You get used to, finding other people to get that attention from or validation or putting your time into other things versus a man or a woman. So you just get comfortable in your own bubble. That's what this energy reminds me of. It's like you already done when you said enough was enough, right? And you went into your era of singlehood. We just got comfortable in that, relaxed in that. And we may have had people, we may have had people try to approach us during the single period and single season. I think, though, the people that may have came across our path made our nervous system feel destabilized, meaning, things could have been going good, but that gut feeling or something feeling off, because I could see you being in your head about stuff. Or people who may have approached you or tried to shoot their shot, or maybe you try to talk to see if you can get out of single season, making you feel like, no, this ain't it, or it's not aligned, or you're watching their actions and it's making you feel a little anxious, and it's like, yeah, no, that's too much, I don't want to deal with that. For others of you, if it's just been barren, which I don't think it's been barren, but if it's been barren, excuse me, it's definitely been of the mind of wanting to get out of the single season, but I think that comfort zone is hard to break once we're in it. Even if we meet somebody, it's just like if they're not the right person, not saying perfect, but if they're not coming in the right way or coming in the way that I would prefer, desire my partner, then I'm not getting out of my single season because I got comfortable with building a life for myself. I got comfortable with just being me. So now that I got used to not having a partner would just be extra. Now, if it don't work out, I'm okay because I got content with it just being me. That's how this reads, right? So let's see. Is anyone coming? What is it? We're in October. Since this is super single energy, I'm going to skip a month. We're going to go to November. We're going to go to November. Okay? I want to see, because for somebody being as single as this, could love come in the next 2 weeks? Absolutely. But just to be on the safe side, I'm going to give it a little extra bandwidth, right? So let's go into November. Is there anyone coming in for my single Leos? My top chat, my live chat. Is there anybody coming in the month of November? Oh, we got the night water. I like that. I do like that. That's cute. Let's see. Is anyone coming in? What else we got? We got the Seven of Swords. Seven of Wands in the reverse. The Devil in the reverse. Two of Cups on the bottom. Nice. I want to see why the Seven of Swords is here. So you might have somebody to be, cuddled up with for Thanksgiving, maybe Christmas. Let's see here. Why is the Seven of Swords here? The Knight of Okay. Well, I think this is really interesting. Yes, November you'll have somebody come in. Romantic. My concern here, if I'm just looking out for your energy, especially once you get comfortable with being single, You know, you're not willing to just get out of that singlehood for somebody that just smiles in your face. You know, you really have to see, I see a person who really needs substance. I'm looking at a person who really needs intentionality, somebody who's going to be consistent, somebody who's going to be mindful and thoughtful. You're not asking for the world and all that comes with it, but you're asking for just being a decent human being, being somebody who I'm compatible with, somebody who I'm aligned with, and somebody who has integrity, right? Somebody who shows up and is a man or woman of their word and is wanting to progress in the same way that I want to, without all this extra baggage or all this extra mess. I don't know how you're gonna feel about this though. Because you got somebody coming. I just don't know if they're the most stable, if that makes sense. And I'm not telling you to love a homosexual, but it's like either they're in a transition phase with their money, with their career. They may be in a transition phase with their living situation. They could have gone through a loss. You know, maybe they lost a home. Maybe they got in a car accident, so their car is in between shops at the moment. Like, there's something that's a bit unstable about their energy that they're going to want to keep hidden from you. And I feel like they want to do that because they don't want you to see them in a negative light. I don't know if, you know, collective here, if during this time of your singlehood, you focused on your work, you focused on your business, you focused on achievements, you focused on your family, but they feel like they have to, if they are going to step to you and they are going to try and really get to know you, they feel like they have to come to the table with something. They don't feel like they can come to the table empty-handed. And because they're kind of in between with their stability, they don't want you to see that, because I think for them, they know that this is only a temporary period and they don't want you to judge their temporary right now off of their permanent forever. I just don't know how you, again, once you in that comfortable single phase for a hot minute, it's hard to be moved out of that. So especially if a person is not fully in alignment with what you've been wanting during this single season. I don't think this is somebody with bad intentions. I don't think this is somebody who's trying to hide, you know, an extra partner or stuck on a past or got another woman or man in a different city, state, or country. I don't get that. But, you know, maybe it's the economy. This is somebody that's a little bit on tough times. I don't get them being broke. So this is not a brokey. This is not somebody who ain't got two red cents to rub together. You know, I don't get that, but I do get like a temporary setback that they don't want to feel judged. And because this would be somebody that's new or getting to know you, they don't know how you're going to perceive them. They don't know if you're going to say, nah, you ain't got this right now, so I don't want to deal with you, or I don't want to talk to you. It's like they don't want to miss the opportunity because they are going to be feeling you. They truly are going to be feeling you, but I just don't know if you're going to be feeling their situation. That's all right, so let's see. Let's look at your energy when you do meet this person. How are you going to feel about this person? So I don't want to speak for you here. If you're going to take it or not, I'm just giving you the energy. Because you might be like, nah, I've been single this long, I can keep waiting. I've been single this long, I can keep waiting. You know, so let's see. How will Leo, my top energy, right? Wow. My top chat, right? My live chat. How are they feeling about this? We got the Knight of Wands in the reverse, which is a Knight of Fire. The Two of Wands in the reverse. Five of Swords in the reverse. Ace of, okay, we could just leave it there. We could leave it there. I don't feel like you're gonna be excited about this. I mean, I'm not trying to laugh because there's no judgments. I promise you, this is a safe space, and I'm not trying to judge this person. It's like they mean well. It's like a little tink, right? They mean well, but I think for you, it's just like, nah, that don't, you know, I get it. Everybody falls on tough times, you know, or we all have periods of instability, but Nah, I don't think this is enough to motivate you out of your single season or out of your singlehood. I don't think this, you know, despite their efforts or their gestures or their romantic offer, I don't think that's enough to get you going. I don't get struggle love from this, but it's like you don't even see how your worlds can collide. You know, why would you? This is what I'm getting verbatim. Why would you want to pick up an extra headache when you can have your own? You know what I mean? I don't think you want to be concerned or in your mind or having to help this person struggle or figure out or strategize their way out of their situation. I think you know that when you are the type of person who is all in, you're ready to love, you're ready to give it your all, that you will go above and beyond for a person, and you really will do what you can to be by that person's side. And you don't want to come out the gate having to do that, right? It's like when you are dating somebody, you're going to know them for a relationship. It's like your energy is wanting it to be that, right? We don't have to worry about your stability or your car or your living situation or your bills or your job. We don't want to worry about that. We want to enjoy each other. And that's how you, again, how your energy comes through. I don't think you're motivated to really do much with this. So this might be for you. I want to get some more energy on this, so I'm not done yet. This might be for you, collective, the past. Just calling a spade a spade. Will this situation go anywhere? Will this situation go anywhere between this person and my live chat viewers, or the people who are watching on the feedback, on the playback? Will this actually go anywhere? Will this actually go anywhere? Yeah. Fool in the reverse. Okay, well, devil in the reverse. We'll leave it there. Nope. Nope, you don't want to take on no extra problems. You know, I get the person's, you know, their intentions, they mean well, right? But I think you're willing to, if you've been single this long, I think you're willing to hold out for the right thing. Not to say that they're the wrong thing, but they just may have the wrong situation or the wrong circumstances. So I think you're willing to hold off for the right thing. So I don't really see this going anywhere. I would say November, definitely a flirtation, because there is some form of exchange for you to end up finding out about their situation. So you'll definitely have some type of romantic exchange with this person. But when you find out, they're going to try to hide it, but you may be able to look at the signs. You know, sometimes there's telltale signs that somebody is a little bit unstable, or, you know, you may end up finding out through a conversation. But when you find that out, I think it's going to turn you off. It ain't going to, yeah, it's going to turn you off here. So, yeah. My single as a Pringle folks, it's looking like a single as a Pringle November, but you are holding out for the real deal and the real package. So I'm not going to tell you not to, as you should, you know, as you truly should. So, all right, I done got through 3 readings and an extra bonus in between. I think I'm going to call it that. I just don't know if I'm able to break this up into like 3 different, because yeah, it's like 3 different videos. I don't know if I can chop it up into 3 different videos or what. Maybe I'll just keep it as one big old live. You watch the playback, you know. Maybe I can timestamp it, right? Yeah, I'll do it that way. I'll save it, and then I'll put timestamps for each reading in the each reading in the video. All right, that'll be saying why would we do that? Right. So searching, that would be like settling. That's why I say y'all energy is like, yeah, I'm okay, I'm a pass. Thanks for your talent. Thank you. All right, y'all, I'm gonna wrap up for the evening. Jackie Miller, I'm good. I'm doing okay. I'm just a little tired, but I'm all right. Before I go, I'm bringing out my panhandling purse. Let me get a couple more likes for those who just came in. A couple more likes. If you ain't drop a like, let me get a like. Do you do solar return readings? I do solar. I love solar return readings. Oh my God, that's my favorite. I do them. I don't have it as an exclusive offer on my booking. I used to. But if you just book the 60-minute reading and say solar return reading, or you want a solar return reading, I can still do it for you. I love doing solar return readings, the best. I'm telling you, I'm going to be Dr. Umar Johnson with my panhandling purse. I'm not playing. I'm not playing with y'all no more. I'm going to start fucking begging for my likes. Please. Please. Y'all gave my likes. Alright. I can't find it. I need another one. Explain. I love y'all. I love y'all too. Take care. Ooh. I love you. I think I might come back on live next time because I like the live. I like doing it live, just getting on and getting it over with. This is kind of fun. And I get to panhandle. So, 2 birds, 1 stone. Alright, let me go ahead and shut this down. I love y'all. Y'all take care. Be safe. Be good. And I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I know I joked tonight, but I really do. So, see y'all.